Okay, good day, guys. Good day again to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. A gentle reminder, as always, man. Please, guys, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Right, it don't take a lot of effort, to like the video, just to click the like button, the thumbs up button. It's a massive help to the channel, guys, and we do appreciate the support. It's also a free way to support the channel as well. And you have subscribers and viewers, man, who are always supporting the channel, man. Have always supported the channel, and really and truly, man, you don't even know how much it means, right, for us to receive that support. So, thank you very much. We do appreciate it, and we'll continue to put in the work for you guys to get some content that adds or content that brings value. Many of you would have seen my Ravel Morrison video earlier today. I'm sure you guys would have liked that update on Ravel Morrison, right? He had a good performance against Manchester United for Derby County today. Things are looking positive for Ravel to, receive a contract from Derby County. Looking positive. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's looking positive. The fans want it. The fans are asking for it. The coach seems very impressed with the player as well. So, guys, I want to get a little bit into Shamar Nicholson, right? I want to preface my comments by saying that I am a fan of Shamar Nicholson, right? I know way mean any offense by this video or anything like that. And it's really and truly not anything negative. I'm just pointing out something that I know a lot of people would have seen, right? I'm a fan of Shamar Nicholson. I think the player has tremendous upside still. I think if Shamar Nicholson worked on his finishing, he could be contending for the golden boot in the Belgian Pro League, which is a big deal. And if he, I think if he sharpens up on his technical ability, which I think he can do because I see that upside in him, I think that he will eventually, he seems to be a hardworking guy, and I think that he will eventually find himself into a top five league and has the potential to become a double-digit goal scorer in a top five league. Right. With that being said, do I want to talk a little bit about his performance against Guadeloupe, right? Many people would have said that he played as a second striker in a front two in the Guadeloupe game, but really and truly, when you look at it, he really and truly was a makeshift number 10, right? That's really and truly what his role, entailed in this particular Guadeloupe game. I want to look at his stats a little bit and also discuss his performance. 82 minutes played. A lot of people said that, he should have come off a lot earlier. 5 shots in total, one on target, four off target. We all know Shamar Nicholson missed a ton load of chances, man. That's always been a main issue with Shamar. I think that's a main issue with Shamar Nicholson. I think he needs to get himself a finishing coach like what Raheem Sterling did. He needs to call up Raheem Sterling and get the link to the individual that helped out Sterling's finishing, right? Big chances missed. One, I don't know what SofaScore was watching. He missed two sitters, in my opinion, and two other chances that he should have at the very least done way better on other strikers. I would bet my bottom dollar that if those chances, if those 5 chances that Shamar had gotten had fallen to, I mean, five, four and a half. One, if memory serves right, was kind of like a half chance, and the other four, in my opinion, were good goal scoring opportunities, right? 15 total passes, 13 of them successful. So you see that, guys, his passing percentage is very high. Ground duels won. He, made 7 attempted ground duels, won 3, and he contested 2 aerial battles and didn't win any. Right? Crosses won, it was failed. Long balls won, it was successful. Right? In my humble estimation, guys, I really and truly don't think that Shamar Nicholson can be the creative option, right, against a credible team. And that's with the greatest of respect to Shamar Nicholson, right? I think that against a Guadeloupe, against a Guadeloupe, the performance could pass, right? But barring the missed opportunities, obviously, right? Barring the missed opportunities, I think against a Guadeloupe, the performance can, it can pass. But really and truly, I really and truly don't think that Shamar Nicholson can fulfill, right, the role of a creative option, or his role was really that more of a number 10. I really and truly don't think he can do it against a Costa Rica, right? And I would humbly advise that he not start in that position against Costa Rica, right? He can pull it off against Guadeloupe and put up a decent showing, barring the missed opportunities, right? But, I really and truly don't think it's good to, or it's wise to try him out or to play him against Costa Rica, right? In my opinion, Nicholson wasn't really so good on the half turn. Here's the positives with Shamar Nicholson's performance, right? He got himself into good pockets of space, right? True, fair point. In my opinion, he found space well, right? And he, received the ball in those pockets or in those respective pockets of spaces, right? I'm not seeing. His touches. He had 34 touches, guys. 34 touches, and he was fouled 3 times as well, right? So you're seeing that on screen. But yeah, so that was a positive to his performance as well. I did think he provided a good passing option, especially to Blair Turgott on the left wing, right? But my issue with Shamar Nicholson is that he wasn't very good on the half turn, right? And he definitely is not the type of player that is going to string a defense splitting pass for the run of a player making a forward run. He does not possess that sort of a creativity, right? So he can do a decent job against inferior opposition where that is concerned, but I don't think he will can hold his own in that department against a credible team like Costa Rica. As I said, I think he found space well, right? Boza got himself in very good goal scoring opportunities in that particular game, right? Very good. And truth be told, people would have lauded his performance as brilliant if he had found the back of the net or if he was more clinical, right, on those goal scoring chances. So that is a plus in terms of his performance. The fact that he did get himself in good goal scoring positions, very good goal scoring positions on about 4 or 5 occasions, right? If he was more clinical, then I think a lot more people would have seen his performance and the team's performance a little bit differently, right? But in my opinion, I think that Theodore Tapper Whitmore should more go with Andre Gray if he's going to put a center forward in that role, so to speak, right? I think we're going to get to Tyreek McGee in a second, but I think that he should have, even in the Guadeloupe game, it was probably best that he went with Andre Gray in that respective position over Shamar Nicholson, because I think Andre Gray is a bit better from a technical standpoint. He's a bit better from a technical standpoint, right? He would be better on the half turn, more sharp on the half turn, right? More technically able, right, to do well on the half turn and also to put his head up and see a pass. I think he would be better at linking up well with Turgott as well, because Shamar Nicholson, while his passing percentage was very good in this football game, how many of them were really positive passes, right? Forward passes or threatening passes, so to speak, that would link up well, right? With a Blair Turgott, for instance, or a Corey Burke on a consistent basis, right? And that would get those players or pick up those players, so to speak, in dangerous positions, right? In more positive positions, in more attacking positions, right? A lot of his passes, even though his passing percentile is very high, right? One, I would have personally have preferred for him to have attempted more passes in the game, right? And also, it would have been good if he had more of a positive body shape, right? In terms of on the half turn, facing goal and lifting his head up and spotting the run of a player or linking up well with the run of a forward of the forward runs of respective players around him. So a lot of the passes, in my opinion, yes, he found space in the pockets. Yes, he did to some extent link up reasonably well with some of his teammates, but it wasn't really dangerous link up play in my opinion, and that's an issue that I think Gray would have more of an impact where that is concerned. So playing more positive football on the half turn, I think Gray would be better suited for that, right? As I said, he did drop into the pockets and find the space, but more positive football, more dangerous link up play. I don't know if Shamar is capable of that against credible opposition, right? Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just and not a lot of his passes were really threatening passes, right? So I really and truly don't think that the player can fulfill this role against a credible team like a Costa Rica, who is, a very good ball playing team, right? Reasonably speaking, within the realm of CONCACAF, right? And I think he will find it difficult, really and truly, if he's played against a Costa Rica to fulfill that particular role. I think, even if you swap him out for Gray, Gray has a centre forward mentality, right? Just like Shamar Nicholson. So Gray will find himself in those similar goal scoring opportunities as well. And Gray has proven himself at the highest level in the English Premier League to be a good poacher and to be a player that is capable of making good runs, right? So I personally, and then, there's the whole issue of Tyree McGee as well, right? Does Theodore Tapper Whitmore, need to have more trust and faith in Tyreek McGee as well? I would love to see what Tyreek McGee can do for us in this tournament, right? I would love to see that. So that is another option as well. But I don't think Shamar Nicholson can fulfill that role against credible opposition, man. Against Guadeloupe rather, and I think that's one of the things that kind of affected people, impacted people's. All right, in terms of people didn't think the performance was fluid enough. And I think chemistry was the main issue, but I also think that Shamar Nicholson, right, because of his inability to play more positive football on the half turn, right? To play well on the half turn, have a good body shape facing goal, lift his head up, pick a pass, defense splitting pass, because he doesn't have that, possess that capability. I think, in terms of turning sharply and so forth, I think that would have sharply enough, right, in those little pockets of space, right? I think that for to be a good creative option, I think that kind of had an impact with the team's fluidity in this particular game as well. I think Andre Gray would do a better job where that is concerned, and still because he has that centre forward mentality, will get himself into those similar or even more goal scoring positions like what Shamar Nicholson did. Also, Tyreek McGee is an option as well. God damn it, man, we need to see that player in this respective tournament. So, guys, that's my 2 cents. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.